Hi friends, how are you all? I hope you are all good. Stay home, stay safe. I am Abhinandan and today we will do some practical problem on income and expenditure account. In the previous video we covered the theory part on income and expenditure account, and today we will cover the practical part. So let's start the class. So first of all we have to know what are the items are treated as capital income or capital expenditure or revenue income or revenue expenditure, because in the previous video we already discussed while preparing income and expenditure account we only record the revenue items, revenue nature items we will record in the income and expenditure account. So today we will discuss what are the items we have to be treated as capital income and capital expenditure or revenue income or revenue expenditure while doing the practical problem. So capital income and capital expenditure. So these are the items which are under in the capital income and capital expenditure. Sale of fixed assets. So all the assets, all the sale of assets or purchase of assets are treated as in capital nature. Means if we sell the fixed assets, then it will be treated as capital income, and if we purchase of fixed assets, so it will be treated as expenditure, capital expenditure. So any assets if we sell or purchase, then that transaction will be treated as capital income and capital expenditure. Life membership fees is also treated as capital income, because life membership fees is a what, one time fees. So that's why whenever you can give the fees for lifetime. So that's why life membership fees is a what, capital nature and capital income. Legacy is also like a donation. So it is also, a legacy is also a what, capital income. Next, purchase of fixed assets is also what, capital expenditure. So these are the items will be excluded while preparing income and expenditure account. You have to be remember that if any items are there in the questions, then these are the items are not recorded while preparing income and expenditure account. Next come revenue income and revenue expenditure. So subscription is very important. Subscription is a main revenue income for the non-for-profit organization. Next, donation, interest. So these are the revenue income. Next, salaries, honorarium, traveling expenses, bad debts, sale of old material or old newspaper. So sale of old material or old newspaper is treated as recurring in nature. Sale of old material or old newspaper treated as is a recurring in nature. So that's why it is treated as revenue expenditure. So it will come under the income and expenditure account. Next, profit or loss made on sale of old assets, very important. This point, profit or loss made on sale of old assets is come under the income and expenditure account. But sale of fixed assets and purchase of fixed assets will not come while preparing income and expenditure account. But if we sell or if we sell some assets, and from that sale if we earning some income and made some loss, then that portion, that income or that loss amount will be recorded while preparing income and expenditure account. Very, very important point. If the sale of fixed assets is given, if the question is given the sale of fixed assets, then it will not record it. But if in the question is given that profit or loss made on sale of old assets, means if we sell and from that sale we receive some income, or make some loss, then that portion, that amount of profit and loss will be treated as revenue expenditure. So, that income, that revenue income or revenue expenditure will be treated as recorded at income and expenditure account. So, you have to remember that. So, these are the items will be treated as capital income or expenditure and revenue income and expenditure. Now, come to the practical part. So, this question came in the year 2018 Assam Higher Secondary Education Council final exam. So, we start from this practical problem. So, let us start. So, first of all, just in the examination hall, you have to read the questions very carefully, line by line you have to read the questions. So, from the following receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st March 2017 and other details of Kaziranga Sports Club. So, Kaziranga Sports Club means sports club name is given, Kaziranga Sports Club. Prepare an income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2017. So, receipts and payments account is given. So, cash in hand is given how much, 10,000. So, now in the question paper you have to mark, so you have to mark that which item will be recorded and which item will not be recorded while preparing income and expenditure account. You just pen or pencil, with pen or pencil you just mark the items. So, cash in hand will not come, so marks as cross. Then subscriptions. So, there are 3 year subscription given, previous year, current year and the next year. So, we already know that while preparing income and expenditure account, we only consider current year subscription. So, current year subscription means what is the date, what is the ending date, 31st December 2017. So, what is the current date? 2016 and 17 will be considered here. So, 30,000 will be considered here. Next, donation. So, donation came into the income side. So, you write I, you just write I. Next, interest. Interest is also income. So, you just I, you just write I. Next, donation for billing. No, donation for billing is a what? Treated as capital nature. So, that is why this item will not be recorded. So, cross, mark as cross. Next, live membership fees. So, just now we know that live membership fee is a what? Capital nature. So, this also not recorded while preparing income and expenditure account. Next, come to the payment side. Salaries come, so write E, expenditure, honorarium E, sports expenses E, rent expenditure E, travelling expenses E. Now, purchase of furniture, again purchase of furniture is a what? Treated as capital in nature, capital expenditure. So, this will not recorded. So, mark as cross. Next, cash, cash is not recorded. So, after cross and after verified that which items will become and which items will not considered while preparing income and expenditure account, then we start the solution. Club name. First you write the club name, Kaziranga Sports Club. Then write the capital letter, in capital letter write income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2017. Then income will be recorded in the credit side and expenditure will be recorded in the debit side. So, first you start the income side. So, first we have to write subscription, how much? Current year subscription, how much? 30,000. If any adjustment is there, the previous subscription received or subscription outstanding, then we will be what, plus minus, we have to what, adjustment here, but in this question there will no adjustment. So directly you have to write what, subscription, current year subscription how much, 30,000. Next donation or next interest. Next come to expenditure side, 2 salaries 8,000. Now in the questions there are some additional information is here. So what are the additional information? Point number is what, outstanding salaries. Outstanding salaries how much, 2,000. And point number 2, prepaid rent 1,000. So outstanding salaries means what, previous year salaries is now pending, some salaries is pending. So that's why this amount will be added with the salaries of the current year. So you have to remember that if any outstanding word, if you see any outstanding word in the question, then you automatically plus that outstanding amount on particular items, salaries or rent or wages. If any outstanding word came into the questions, then you have to add it to the particular items. And point number 2 is what, prepaid. Now prepaid is means what, the rent, the 1,000 here it is given that prepaid rent is rupees how much, 1,000, means rent 1,000 for the current year already paid in the previous year, means 2016. In the 2016 the rent on 2017 already paid. So that's why it is called what, prepaid. Prepaid means what, advancedly paid the rent. So prepaid, always you have to always remember that prepaid, always we have to deduct it from that particular items. And if the outstanding is given, if the word outstanding is given in the question, then outstanding will be added to the particular items, and if the prepaid is given, that prepaid is always what, deducted from that item. I hope you will understood that. Now so in the additional information, outstanding is given, outstanding salary is how much, 2,000. So here you have to added the outstanding salaries on the current year salaries. So how much, 8,000 plus 2,000 how much, 10,000. 8,000 plus 2,000 how much, 10,000. So next to honorarium 5,000, to sports expenses how much, 2,000 given. Now rent, current year rent is given 3,000, but prepaid rent is given also. So this 1,000 is already paid in the previous year. So that's why this amount should be deducted from the current year rent. So 3,000 minus 1,000 how much, 2,000. Next travel and expenses given how much, 2,000. Then after all the items are recorded, then we have to decide which side is more. We have to calculate that which side is more, debit side or credit side, means income side is more or expenditure side is more. If the income side is more than expenditure side, then it will be treated as what, surplus. So here it will be treated as surplus because income side is more than the debit side, means 40,000 income side is how much, 40,000, and 19,000 will be our what, surplus. Yes, if the income side is more than expenditure, then it will surplus, and if the expenditure is more than the income side, then it will be called what, deficit. Then it will be called what, deficit. Now after finish the income and expenditure, and after that you have to give the note. You have to give the note. Why? Because what are the items we will exclude it and why? You have to mention that note. So point number A, you have to record the opening balance and cash, opening cash or bank, and closing cash and bank excluding income and expenditure account. Next, donation for building and life membership fees are capital nature. So, that is why we will not shown in income and expenditure account. And thirdly, furniture, purchase of furniture is capital payment. So, hence it will not shown in the income and expenditure account. So, then you will get the full marks, otherwise you will not get the full marks. So, you have, after you finishing the income and expenditure account, you have to provide notes, because what are the items are excluded and why we excluded those items. So, you have to give in the note column. So, you have to remember always. So, this is the income and expenditure practical problem. Now, let us do the another practical problem. So, following is the receipts and payments account of a club for the year ended 31st December 2019. Prepare the income and expenditure account for the club. So, receipts and payments account is given. So, in the receipt side, balance BD is given 5,000, then subscription previous year and current year is given 2,000 and 10,000. Next, donation is given 1,000. Entrance fees. Now, entrance fees and in the bracket, right, to be capitalized means, so these entrance fees will not be recorded while preparing income and expenditure account. Why? Because it is specifically mentioned that this entrance fees is related to capital nature. So, that is why this entrance fees will not be recorded or will not shown in the income and expenditure account. So, you have to be remember that if the entrance fees is given in the question and there is no any mention about the capitalized or not or any adjustment, then you have to record it in the income and expenditure account. But if the entrance fees and written in the bracket that in this way that to be that it will be capitalized, yes, then that entrance fees will not be shown in the in the income and expenditure account. Next, in the payment side, support equipment is given, salaries and wages given, office expenses, electric charges, telephone charges and parent CD. Now, next, some additional information is given. In 2018, subscription for 2019 was received rupees how much? 1,000. Means subscription for 2019 means what? 2019 means what? This is the what? Current year. So, current year subscription was received. Current year subscription is received in 2018 means previous year. Current year subscription is received in the previous year. So, that subscription will be added with the current year with the this 10,000 with the current year subscription. So, we covered that subscription treatment. Please check out that video and recall the subscription treatment, because it is very important. So, subscription for 2019 received in the previous year. So, that subscription will be added with the current year subscription. Next, additional information given, outstanding, again outstanding subscription how much? 1,500. This also what? This outstanding subscription is also added with the current year subscription, because this outstanding is related to current year subscription, current year outstanding subscription. So, this will also what? Added with the current year subscription. Next, outstanding salaries and wages, again we have to add this outstanding amount with the salaries and wages of the current year. Next, lastly what? Depreciation to be charged 20% on sports club, means how much sports club is 7,000. So, on 7,000 20% we will charge as depreciation. So, this will come under the expenditure side. So, again you have to mark that additional information, you have to write I and write plus. You have to mark that I means this will come in the income side, so I, and you have to add it with the subscription, so write plus. Next outstanding will be what? Plus salaries. Next outstanding subscription you have to plus and write S means subscription, with the subscription we have to plus it. Next outstanding salaries again plus S. Next depreciation, so depreciation will be treated as what? Expenditure. So after you marked all the items, then you will start the solutions. So this is the solution. So in this question there is no name in the club or the charitable institutions. So you have to write income and expenditure account in the capital letter and for the year ended 31st December 2017. So in the debit side expenditure and in the credit side income. So first we start with the income side. So write subscription, how much? Current year 10,000. So received in 2018 subscription we added 1,000 and outstanding subscription 2019. So these items also what? Added with the current year subscription. So total how much? 12,500. Donation how much? 1,000. So now come to the expenditure side. Salaries and wages current year given 3,000 now, and in the additional information given what? Outstanding salaries and wages 1,000. So we have to add it with the outstanding with the salaries and wages of the current year. So total how much? 4,000. Office and expenses 400, electric charges 600, telephone charges 600. Now depreciation on sports equipment how much? 1,400. So how it will come? 1,400, 7,000 is given and 20% means 20 by 100. So how much? 1,400. Now we have to decide which side is more, income side or expenditure side. If the income side is more than expenditure side, surplus. So in this question again income side is more, means 13,500 is more. So balance is how much? 6,500. So this will our surplus. So after that again we have to provide note. So what will be the note? That according to the question entrance fees is treated as capital received as because it is written as what? To be capitalized. So according to question entrance fees is treated as capital receipts and hence it will not shown in the income and expenditure account. So you have to provide some notes. So I hope you all understand about the practical part of the income and expenditure account. Very important, very easy. So if you practice every day, so I think you will clear all the doubts regarding the items which are related to income and expenditure account. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like and share my channel Abhi's Commerce Gyan. Thank you so much.